Good morning and welcome from Seb and I to a cold but sunny Monaco, where we're so happy to be welcoming back runners for the annual Monaco Run. We're looking forward to some exciting races here today. Monaco Athletics already shines brightly thanks to the Herculis Diamond League, the place to come and run PBs. So a quick look at the course now. We start down here on the Port Hercule. They run alongside the big boats, up past the yacht club, through the Monaco Tunnel and out onto Avenue Princess Grace, where they'll go past the Grimaldi Forum there, behind the Larvotto beaches, and continue out as far as the Monte Carlo Bay Hotel, where they'll go around the roundabout and then pretty much retrace their steps back along Avenue Princess Grace, up into the famous Monte Carlo tunnel, and from here on in it's sheltered and pretty much downhill, back through the tunnel, past the yacht club again, and then just a very small incline on that corner there, up onto the top promenade here on the Port Hercule, and straight into the finish.
It's quite hard to look beyond Cheptegei. I actually feel quite privileged. I have the best job, as you know, in the world as president of World Athletics. I was in Kampala in 2017 for the World Cross, where it wasn't the beginning of the Odyssey, but we forget he was running incredibly well even in 2003 in Paris at the World Championships. But it was where he led the field for pretty much most of the race, and in front of an adoring home crowd. It all sort of unravelled over the last couple of kilometre and a half, but he had almost the perfect season last year, save the it's a critical analysis, but his fourth place in Gdynia in the World Half would have probably disappointed him given what he'd done for the rest of the season. But it was almost the Grand Slam, wasn't it? It
was. I totally agree with you. I think that race in Kampala was the turning point for him as they get underway out there today. We see them head. You can see just how strong the wind is with the Monaco flags up above there, but once they turn they will have some more shelter. As they move alongside the big boats, they will have a slight drop down now at the first corner. And we'll see some jostling for position in the beginning, and then I think we'll see them settle in maybe into single file behind the king himself on the roads at the moment, Cheptegei.
You don't actually need to see any split times yet to know that that field has gone off with intent, hasn't it?
Yes, I think when you're aiming to get in the realms of sub 13-minute racing on the road, you have to start off from the beginning and you have to attack hard. That is that small drop, which of course they will come back up in reverse in the closing stages. That is Davis Kiplagat alongside Cheptegei at the moment. Further back behind we can just catch a glimpse of the leading women. I can see Beatrice Chepkoech there. She is being paced by Luc Maas of the Netherlands, and he will try and shelter her from a little bit of the wind, but certainly accompany her and keep her on pace as much as possible as she aims. I think that world record, women's only, of Sifan Hassan 14:44 is a tough ass. 14:48 is actually the mixed race record, which may be more within her sights.
Well, Paula, courtesy of your wonderful briefing notes you gave me last night, I didn't actually realise that she was coached by Bram Som, who's a good, very good quality 800 metre runner who actually I competed against on a few occasions.
Yeah, and I think he's in the past also been very, very well known for his excellent pacemaking duties around the circuit, but yes, does coach Beatrice. And I think was talking in light of the conditions today, in light of where the prevailing wind is, of possibly setting out slightly quicker over the first half to enable her to be able to coast and recover a little bit when the wind is at her back in the second half. There she is, just heading into the tunnels.
Formula One fans will know exactly where this field is at this moment. And we shouldn't gloss over the fact it is pretty blustery out there as well. But they're going to get Monaco's an interesting place because you get a lot of wind tunnelling effect between the high rise. So there'll be elements of this where the conditions are quite benign, and then suddenly they're going to hit pockets that they're going to have to really work hard in.
Absolutely, the wind can buffet, and it is coming off the sea here today. So if Morhad Amdouni looks out across the water, he won't be doing that, but he will see his native Corsica, where he was in fact born, just across the water there, and that wind can sweep straight in, but because of the building work that they're doing along the Larvotto beachfront here, those screens and shelters will in fact help them a lot, and you can see them tucking in closely to those boards, so the view might not be as nice, but I think they will appreciate those boards being there this morning. The pace is warming up, but he's also warming up. They're through 3 kilometers in 7:59. So accelerating down from that.
Clearly picked up the pace.
13:20, but I think we're going to see further accelerations there. I'm not sure we're going to see him able to get back close to that 12:51. Keep a close eye on Amdouni behind though, because he is within reach of that 13:18 mark of European record. There is Meraf Barter. Ahead of her is Beatrix Chepkoech. Just having a look to see if she has not yet gone through the 3 kilometer marker, but must be very, very close to it. Around about 8:54, which does see her. She is within reach of that world record of Sifan Hassan.
Yes, she is actually much significantly closer to it than the men at the moment, pace for pace.
That is her pacemaker. I haven't actually seen her go through that marker, but I'm assuming they're still running together. And there is Alice Finot of France, who ran on her birthday a huge PB indoors in Liévin on Tuesday night of 8:53.
I think just as a couple of swift glances behind, I don't sense that they were glances of nervousness. I just think he was trying to figure out whether just how much daylight he'd got, and he's beginning to create that now.
I think so, and I think we'll get a chance to ask him afterwards, but I think he's realised that a world record in these conditions wasn't really on the cards, and what is important is that he wins the race here today and wins it convincingly, and that is the split through 4 kilometres, 10:38 there. So yeah, he's still around about the same pace at 13 minutes. You can see down this hill here is a good opportunity to pick up pace, as Meraf Barter, leading the women's race, is just coming into that Monte Carlo tunnel, so famous from, as you said, the Monaco Grand Prix racing, but is also welcome when you're running to be able to get a little bit of shelter through there.
Yes, majestic running from Cheptegei at this point.
You can see just
beautiful
the
stride length.
Ease with which he covers the ground and almost bounces there. The other two working hard to try and stay with him, and probably have stayed closer than they might have anticipated, but he will sweep back alongside. It was a little bit of a glance at his watch, but alongside the big boats up this very steep but short rise by Cafe Milano there, and we'll sweep onto the promenade, if you like, here in the Herculis, and a straight run into the finish where we can see him and are waiting for him.
He'll be very, very satisfied with this performance. It's not a record. I don't think he probably realised very early on that was unlikely to happen. But he'll come out of here feeling very confident for the rest of the season.
And he's not too far off in the end with the speed that he's picked up over those closing stages. I'm looking to see if we can see him. We will see him pass under the red arch that they started under, and now down onto the carpet and towards the finishing straight here. Here he comes. And 13, 9, 10 across the line there. Followed by Bergen in second place, Tamkoun, and Amdouni did cross the line under the European record and in a French record time there. I think we will wait for confirmation of that. She is there. Yes, she is coming down the finishing straight, so apologies for that. She now comes down the finishing straight alongside Luc Maas, and will cross the line in 14:40, so that is actually
very fast
an outright world record. She takes down Sifan Hassan's world record set here in 2019, returning to her hunting ground where she set the world record of over 3,000 metre steeplechase, of course, here in 2018 in the Hercules Diamond League, and now backs that up with a world record on the roads. So yet again, the Monaco 5 kilometre run does not disappoint, sets a world record.
The Monaco magic.
Here is Merv Barter in second place, coming into the finishing straight, and she will finish with a strong time, not quite a personal best or a national record, but closely followed by Alice Fino. That will be a personal best for her.